Punk Revolution now. Today I want to do a video on one of my least favorite topics of all time. I actually did not want to do a video on this topic, but I feel like it's actually getting concerning enough that I think we actually do need to sit down and have a little bit of a discussion here about this, which is NFTs. These hideous things. Obviously, I don't want to make a video about these things because look how freaking hideous that is. I don't want your eyes to have to look at that. And also, it's just a freaking boring topic. Have you ever done research into NFTs and cryptocurrency and the blockchain? It's like reading a freaking textbook. It's freaking boring. And yes, you don't have to have a degree in economics or computer science or technology or arts or anything to understand at a very basic level how ridiculously stupid this is. You can just first off look at it and see how hideous it is. It's hideous. Check. You can understand that every time someone buys and sells and makes one of these, it releases a lot of pollution because it uses a very inefficient technology called the blockchain, which requires a lot of energy, and we currently live in a society that to make energy you have to burn gas and oil and coal, and all those things. When you burn it, it has carcinogens, so we are releasing poison into the air in order to make these things, and every time we release poison into the air, it heats up the planet, which is going to kill a lot of people on the shores, and in island countries, and poor countries, and it's also releasing poison into the air that some people are going to breathe in, and get cancer, and die from. So we are literally killing millions of people for these things. That's all. You don't have to have a degree in environmentalism or economics to understand all that. And I see all that articulated very well on Twitter. But unfortunately, I think there is a sort of like deeper concern that a lot of people have that is actually kind of hard to articulate because it does involve kind of wrapping your head around a lot of really dumb things. I think a lot of people right now, like when I see people critique them, their number one critique is basically that they're dumb. They're dumb because why are you spending money on anything that looks like this? Why are you spending money? First off, you're not even buying this image, you're buying a link that's like proof that you bought that image. Like, it's just ridiculous. And while it's true that that's all dumb and there's a lot of stupidity involved in this whole process, the truth is that the people who are behind the NFT technology, behind the blockchain, Ethereum, cryptocurrency, all of that stuff, they're actually really smart people. They're people who've gone to like the top universities in the world, like Ivy Leagues, gone to grad school, studying some of the most complex topics, economics and computer science and finance, like people who really know what they're doing and know how to code in like really obscure and challenging computer science languages in order to make really complex algorithms in order for this whole NFT thing to run. As much as you might hate these things, you have to admit that the people who are behind it are really smart. So when they hear complaints about the environment, when they hear complaints about how there's no practical use, they know. They hear all that. And they're working their butt off to overcome those challenges. And that might sound like a good thing, like, okay, well, if they can figure out how to make NFTs without it destroying the environment, and if they can figure out how to use cryptocurrencies and NFTs for, creating some sort of practical use on the internet, then why should I complain? At first I would say, maybe if they're not bad for the environment and they don't really use that much energy and that, people can figure out how to use them in their video games and stuff, I would say, all right, whatever. No big deal. It's probably just a trend that's gonna pass. Maybe some people are gonna buy low and sell high and make a lot of money, just a speculation bullcrap. Maybe that would be the case. And that's kind of how I was kind of feeling about it, just thinking, I can't wait for all of this to be forgotten. Until the past couple years, I've slowly been seeing cryptocurrency and NFTs gaining what people call institutional backing, where major institutions, like sometimes it could be governments of entire countries like El Salvador, or maybe it's hedge funds and big banks who see an opportunity to make a profit, or it could be tech companies, basically just very powerful people. Elon Musk, they see the opportunity here, which, by the way, is completely a business opportunity. They see an opportunity to make money, and they're saying, I want to get involved in that. Let's go, let's put a ton of our money in there. And now there are literally hundreds of billions, trillions of dollars that have been pumped into the cryptocurrency space. Cryptocurrency has literally no value whatsoever. That's just an extremely inefficient waste of resources, especially in the midst of a pandemic, while there's still a lot of people who need to be vaccinated and we still need to do more research to prevent the next pandemic, etc. We can go down that path. We can go down the path how we're sending some of the most intelligent people in the world to top universities and we're investing a ton of resources into educating these people, and then they're going into the industry of cryptocurrency, which is contributing nothing to society. Instead of them, I don't know, maybe helping us cure cancer or something, we can go down that path. There's a lot of different paths we can go down to why NFTs are so infuriating. But besides the incredible inefficiency of the use of our resources that's so infuriating for me, I think the second biggest reason why I'm so concerned about institutional backing in this realm of NFTs and in cryptocurrencies is because the people who are invested in figuring out how they can make money out of NFTs are the same people who already control the whole freaking internet. That's already Twitter. That's Facebook. That's Discord. Remember how Discord said they wanted to incorporate NFTs into their platform, but then there was a big backlash and then they didn't do it? Why did they do that? Because the same people who work at Discord and who own Discord are the people who have invested their own personal wealth and their own personal energy and emotions into the realm of cryptocurrency. Why on earth have people at Twitter decided to give hexagonal profile pictures to people who have bought NFTs? Because the people who work at Twitter are the same people who have invested their money into making money off NFTs. Do you see what I'm saying here? So while the whole NFT and cryptocurrency project started off as some sort of libertarian anarcho-capitalist fantasy of decentralizing, we're gonna decentralize because the whole system is centralized by the central bank or whatever, what we actually see is just more and more intense centralization, because the anarcho-capitalist theory of how capitalism works is totally detached with reality, and this has already been well known if anyone's ever read any history. We know capitalism doesn't work through decentralizing through competition. No, it works by the top class pushing a freaking paywall on top of us. That's exactly, I mean, class analysis, I think with NFTs, you get a ton of mileage out of there. You got the freaking jackasses who own Twitter, and there's everybody else who are like, hey, NFTs are dumb. We don't want NFTs. We don't want any of this. And then the people who work at Twitter are like, but I invested in it, so I want you to use it so I can make money off it. And we're like, we don't want to. And then they're like, if you want to use this feature, you need to buy an NFT. They could easily go into their settings and just have a switch that if you click, it turns your profile into a hexagon. But nope, instead they're trying to slowly just put more and more and more incentives for you to buy an NFT, and before you know it, if they really want to make money off this whole cryptocurrency thing, they're gonna do it because they own all the resources to be able to do it. This whole decentralization thing is ridiculous. You can just look at who owns cryptocurrency. It's a very small percentage of extremely rich people who are the same people who have those advanced degrees, who understand how the whole freaking internet works, and so they go work on these big freaking tech companies. And then there's the rest of us who are just sitting here like, wait, how is incorporating additional currencies into this whole internet world gonna benefit us? I mean, they're talking about Web3, which Web3 is basically the internet that instead of being, really founded basically in social media like it is now, is based very deeply in cryptocurrency. So what does that mean? Does that mean every single little click I do, every single little page I flip through is going to be like a little microtransaction where you take a little bit of my chode coins or something like that? And I think there's an even deeper philosophical concern that kind of underlies all this that is causing a lot of visceral hatred about this stuff. Because yes, maybe we're slowly transitioning into a microtransaction nightmare where every social media site is going to find ways to just continue to extract more and more wealth from all of us without contributing anything of value. That seems to be the path that cryptocurrencies are taking us. But I think even deeper, let's just kind of step back and say, why are people interested in this cryptocurrency stuff? Like, yes, obviously there's the people who wanna hop in and make money off of it, but a lot of this is actually really rooted in this sort of anarcho-capitalist right-wing libertarian ideology that believes that a lot of people who kind of fall within this ideology believe that private property is the magic that makes this whole world spin. It's the magic that if you just kind of have, private property and have people kind of trade it on the market, we're all going to slowly get richer and more technology is going to be developed and everyone's going to, just freedom, whatever, because me saying you can't have this is freedom. Apparently. That's kind of the ideology that exists. And then, we have the internet, which is this beautiful thing. In this world where private property really is like the foundation of all our laws and stuff, we finally have the internet where artists like you and me and everybody can just post whatever they want, put whatever they want. I can make a meme, you can share it, I'm not gonna complain, I'm gonna be happy and all that stuff. That is like literally like our freedom right now. Like, that's why so many people use the internet. It's not because we're addicted, but because it also has that like sort of freedom that it's, you know, kind of doesn't exist anywhere else, with it being able to just say and do whatever we want, and there's no private property there to freaking put its freaking asshole down and just destroy the whole process. And then when we see NFTs, and then when we see cryptocurrencies, we see these same right-wing, libertarian, rich tech bro assholes say, not only is this a good opportunity for me to make a lot of money, leeching, by forcing paywalls between everything and forcing microtransactions before everything, we're gonna achieve our utopia, our Web3 utopia of having everything on the internet somehow transformed into this sort of private property fantasy that we ideologically believe makes the whole world go round. So they've got the financial investments in there, they've got their political ideology invested in there. Like, these are people who are very powerful and frankly very intelligent. Yes, you know, you gotta be, it sounds stupid to believe political ideology that ridiculous, but that's the magic of ideology. It can take a smart person and make them absolutely lose their freaking mind. And I'm just saying, you know, I don't know exactly what the solution is. I don't think quote tweeting people with NFT profile pictures making fun of them is going to do that much. Hopefully, I mean, just keep doing it. It's hilarious. But I guess just what I'm just trying to say is, like, we gotta do our best to make sure that we can somehow shield ourselves from this potential capitalist microtransaction hellhole that I'm afraid that Twitter and the metaverse with Facebook and Discord and all these tech people who are the same people who are invested in this insane cryptocurrency technology, they're dedicated to pushing us in that direction of eroding any sort of freedom and just having more laws, more private property laws. That's their idea of freedom, is no, if you want this, you gotta pay for this, even though there's no reason to. We're just gonna create this inefficiency by having you pay for something that you don't need to. It's just a bunch of freaking leeches. It's just a bunch of leeches. So stay safe out there. I really hope 5 years from now I look back at this video and I was like, well, I was really concerned about nothing. Fortunately, NFTs just died down, and yes, some people got rich off of it. Yes, we destroyed the environment by trading these dumb things, but, you know, hopefully I'm wrong. But unfortunately, there's a very, very significant amount of people in very powerful positions in our society who really want this NFT thing to take off, and they're very smart, and they are going to do everything they can to do that. So just be aware. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna take part in it. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Please like, comment, subscribe. That really helps my channel a lot. Every time you do that, I get more views, more subscribers. It's like a snowball effect, so I really appreciate that. You can hit the notification bell too, that helps. Just, you know, I upload videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so I always appreciate the support. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you think about NFTs in the comments below. I really hate that I just made a video about NFTs, but you know what? We live in a society. Bunkerflation now!